Hello, we're back on Farming Simulator 25 with our top 10 features or differences we like for Farming Simulator 25 over Farming Simulator 22. Let me know in the comments if you have some different ones. Okay, number one, I like the way the AIs work better on Farming Simulator 25. Yes, it's a little quirky. When they go to cultivate the field, they start in the middle, then they do the outside. When they harvest, they start on the edge. But it gets the job done and usually does the whole field and doesn't leave a whole lot. This one skipped some rows and went back, but he goes back and he gets it. So maybe not be the most time efficient way to do it, but they're able to do it and pretty much pick up all the material without you having to go back or without them going into another field. So that's a big improvement in Farming Simulator 25. Number two, I like the way Farming Simulator 25 treats water. Look at this. I just washed this. Whether it's rain or if you use a pressure washer, water beads up on your equipment and it adds a whole nother level of realism. Look at that. It's beading up. So immediately when you quit washing it or if it quits raining, it's not instantly dry. Okay, it takes a while for it to dry just like real life. Isn't that cool? You can see the water beading up there. And it will eventually dry. And when it rains, you can see water puddled up in the streets. So I like the way it treats water, and that includes hail. You can have hail and crop damage too. But I like the way that the water part works in Farming Simulator 25. Whole nother level of realism. Okay, number three thing I like in Farming Simulator 25 is ground deformation. You guys heard about that before, but look how realistic that tire track looks. It's not just a line on top of the dirt. It actually presses down in there and you can see the tire track and it varies based on the weight of the equipment. So that's pretty cool. Adds another level of realism to the game. Another level of realism. Okay, the number four thing that I like about Farming Simulator 25 is there is some new equipment. And I know people are complaining because a lot of equipment we had in 22 did not show up yet. But Giants, they are actively adding mods. If you look in the mod hub, there's a bunch from Giants already, such as a new baler and stuff. So they're popping in there. But there are, in the meantime, some brand new equipment like this large direct seeder here. Okay. And if you notice on the base game, okay, the base game seeder is this thing, the Great Plains for $49.5. But it also, if you look at the top left there, for $5,000 more, you can add fertilizer. And for a base game seeder that you can pull with 110 horsepower, that fertilizes and seeds, and it's 4.5 meters or 4.6 meters wide, goes 7 miles an hour. So for a base game seeder that you need only 110 horsepower, that is an awesome piece of equipment. So I am happy with the equipment that's there, and new equipment is popping in all the time. Okay, another thing I like about Farming Simulator 25 that I think is really cool, while I'm out working on my other projects, I can look up at the top right and see how my contracts are doing. I can have 3 contracts going, and I have 2 going. It will show the status of all 3 up there. You can see that field 15 is a third done. Field 38 is 9% done. So I know when to go back and check on them. I don't have to keep going and checking on them over and over and over. At a glance, I can tell how they're doing. And I love that feature of Farming Simulator 25. Okay, the sixth thing or improvement that I like from Farming Simulator 25 has to do with the sleep button. In the old Farming Simulator 22, you were limited to 6 in the morning to 9 in the morning. On this one, I can get up at midnight, and it's in 30-minute increments instead of an hour. And you are all the way, any time of the day, all the way up to 11:30 at night, 23:30 at night. So that's basically you have the any time during the day in 30-minute increments. And that's handy in case it's raining and it's supposed to quit at 2 o'clock. You can go ahead and sleep until 2 o'clock and then go harvest your crop. So that's very, very handy sleep function that we have in Farming Simulator 25. Okay, number 7 that I really like about Farming Simulator 25 are these small little production and sell points. This is a grain mill. Over there I have an oil mill. And then you got these small sell points too, like this. And I can sell some of my items right here. Let me show you on the menu real quick. If you go to construction, under factories, you have, they're all $36,000. You have a bakery, you have a carpentry shop, a preserved food factory, a dairy, a grain mill, an oil mill, a grape processing unit, a sawmill, a spinnery, a tailor shop, and a sugar mill. And then if you go up to, all for $36,000, really great for a small farm. Then if you go over to selling points, you have a biomass heating plant for 36,000. You have a debris crusher for 7,500. For 10,000, you have a small farmer's kiosk. That's what I have. Another debris crusher for 10,000. And that's pretty much it. All the little small areas, great for a small farm to get started, to get you into production before you have, 100 grand or so to buy some of the other larger ones. Okay, the number 8 thing that I like in Farming Simulator 25 is this pressure washer. And you say, wait a minute, we had that in Farming Simulator 22, but it's different. So when you go to place this thing, if you go to construction under tools, you'll see it there. And suppose I own this field, I could place it here, okay, but that's not a good place to wash crops. It's in the way, and move it over here to even land I do not own. So once you have it, you can walk up to it like any other piece of equipment, and you can move that around. And sometimes too, when you go to place it, even if you own the land, it won't let you place it very close. It places it far out, and it's in the way. Since it's movable, you can move it over here to an ideal place out of the way that you want to pull up to and wash your equipment. Okay, the number 9 reason that I like Farming Simulator 25 is when you're offloading your harvester, you can see how much soybeans I'm offloading, but in the top right, you can also see how full the trailer is. So that's pretty cool. You can see how much you have in the harvester, but also how much, capacity you have left in the trailer. So if you're getting full, you can kind of tell and see how much you have left. So that's pretty cool for Farming Simulator 25. Okay, the number 10 reason that I like Farming Simulator 25 is that it has different growth stages for the animals. So before, your chickens would just reproduce. Now you got grown chickens, and when they have little ones, they're actually little ones. And then it takes a while for them to mature. Now before they had to mature, but there was no difference in their physical size. But now, most of the animals have 3 growth stages. You have a grown goat there. Okay, grown goat. You have kind of like an adolescent goat. Okay. And then you got some newborn goats somewhere around. Oh, there's one. He's a newborn, and he's hardly, he's very tiny. So that's pretty cool that the growth stages in the animals, just to show you. And they also added a couple. They've added goats, and they've added water buffalo. Okay, so here's a big water buffalo. 18 months old. And when you approach them, it tells you how old they are, which is kind of neat. 6 months old. And there's a baby. Okay. And the babies have little wobbly legs, and they can see he can hardly. No, he's 6 months. Never mind. This must be a baby. Yep. He's got wobbly. Yeah, he's 0 months old, so the babies can hardly move around. So that's it. That's my top 10 things that I like about Farming Simulator 25. Let me know in the comments if you have some different things that you like about Farming Simulator 25 compared to Farming Simulator 22. It's a great game. Let me know in the comments what you think. So I'm Farmer Teacher. Give us a thumbs up. Share this with your farming buddies. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.